Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Xahlee Talk Show. We are going to code JavaScript today, and we are going to write a JavaScript application that transforms English letters to this squared version of Unicode. So if you are watching this offline, play at 1.5 speed minimum because I ramble. If you are here, say hi. I love to see your comments. Okay, so JavaScript coding. I have some examples. Unicode search fire. So that's Unicode search written in JavaScript. In fact, TypeScript. Now there's some other examples that similar to today. So for example, here is upside down. ABC upside down text. So that's one example. Actually, we're just gonna copy the code, so it's easier. So we don't have to rewrite everything. Okay, so that's upside down text, and then you have, then you have math font. So let's see, A B C D E F something. How are you today? And you can change to bold or double stroke. Now these are Unicode characters. For example, copy it back to here, open a back to here, and let's say let's paste it here. It's showing browser. Okay, so these are characters. For example, in Emacs you can call describe char, not there, yeah. Describe char, and you can see that character is this character, and the Unicode name is mathematical double stroke small a. So it is actually a character. Okay, these are not using a different font. So that's an example of math font. So let's paste the link here. So delete that, copy that. So copy the URL, make a link, make a list, go to the URL, go to the bottom, search for, so here, copy the, extract the URL, close it, and paste it here. Make a linkify them, make a list, and delete the first one, showing browser. So we have, upside down text, math font, and rune. So select all, A, B, C, D, E, F, something. So there are some examples, and you can choose different rune type, rune characters. And then there is another example that's Braille. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F. So what we are doing is just we are converting the characters to different Unicode characters. Basically, this is actually not a translation, because for example, for the rune, it doesn't. This is actually not the correct translation for something. So anyway, so let's start to do it, and let's copy the code. Let's copy the code. Let's see which one I want to use. So upside down, go back, and font size. Can you see? Hold on a second. Okay, so let's go back. Let's start. Let's test my audio. Audio is good. Okay, so we want to pick one of these as a prototype. So convert math font. Let's see some others. Run. Okay, so got other examples. Hold on a second. My wife is talking. So let me hold on a second. So let me just code silently for a while, okay? So hold on a second. So okay, hold on a second, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. So let's continue coding. So okay, so we're gonna copy this file math font. God, okay, hold on a second. So close that. So go back to talk show. So today's talk show, and the one we want is the Unicode letters. Okay, so search for section section delete that. So we want to open this file. So we're gonna write the application in JavaScript to convert ABC to the squared version. So we need the JavaScript file, make a backup, go to the directory, and rename this TypeScript. Okay, so this is gonna be our TypeScript file. So delete it or copy the file path, and so go back here and showing browsers. So we're gonna at the beginning, we're gonna make a section, new section box. Okay, so here is a TypeScript. Okay, close it, and now we're gonna copy the file. So copy. So go to the directory, search for math. So search. Let's list JavaScript files. Okay, so list.ts. So what? God. So do it again. \.ts, because the dot means any character. So we got a bunch of so math font. So this file we want to copy. So open it, copy, close it, close it, close it, close it. Okay, open the Java here. Open. So it's here, and paste it and save it. Okay, now close it. So we loaded. So we loaded the JavaScript in this new section. Now we need to get that. HTML. Okay, am I doing good? Am I doing good? Okay, so let's get the HTML. So math font. So there. So open math font page. Wait, what is this page? Okay, it's not here. So close it. Search for math font. Okay, open. We need to get the HTML. So that would be. So copy the entire thing. Cut. Okay, then go to our squared character page, and go to the top, and we so paste it there, and delete that, put it here, comment out for now, delete this section. So we made a duplicate. So this is the A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, this is a math font. So can we magnify? Yeah, let's magnify. Okay, so this is for math. So let's see. So that's exactly the same. So we don't need that. Okay. So now all we need to do first of all is tweak the interface, the HTML part. Then we're gonna modify the JavaScript part. So convert alphabet to squared characters. Something like that. Okay, that's the title. And the display is the area that you want to display it. So let's rename it. So display, let's see, copy it, replace display square char. Okay, then put a random number. Do that, and search for JavaScript. Search for JavaScript. Open it. Do the same replacement. Wait, not the pop-up. Not Unicode pop-up. Unicode pop-up highlight link. So wait, where is our oh, TypeScript. This is a mistake. Okay, so open that, compile it. Wait, not that key. Compile it. So we got the JavaScript file. Okay, refresh. There. Okay, so close that, close that, close that, close that. So this needs to rename JavaScript. Okay, then what did we copy? Oh yeah, that. So we need to, yeah. So open this JavaScript, open the TypeScript, and do the replacement. Change. Okay, that's changed that. Okay, and now go back to the file. So Now showing browser, we need to change convert alphabet to squared characters. Now there are two versions of squared characters. One is white, one is black. So we need to make a choice. So these are radio buttons, okay? Now right now it doesn't work because we didn't compile it. So compile it, refresh, ABC. Okay, so let's say double stroke or italic or script. Okay, actually that should be a bigger size. So let's change. So okay, hold on a second. So we need to Hank. Hello Hank, thank you. Any tips for running a low headcount tech business such as yours? Most of my time in professional tech was in falling MSP. I don't think selling things I can't deliver like them is fun. MSP, I don't know what that is. And any tips for running a low headcount tech business? I'm probably the wrong guy to ask that because I don't actually have a business and I'm not making almost zero amount except you guys' donations. So yeah, I don't really know. I'm just a tech head, so I'm focusing on technology, programming languages mostly, and mathematics. So let's get back to the code here. So we functor and double stroke. Okay, so let's rename functor to typeface white square boxes. So we got two versions. Let's see, squared, negative. Okay, so one is white and let's say functor replace to white letters, white box letters, something like that. Okay, then open the JavaScript, close that, open our JavaScript file. Where is our JavaScript file? So search for JS, yeah, there. Okay, so find and replace, do that. Functor replace to white box letters. Okay, now go back here and functor, then double stroke replace by black box letters. Do it and go back to JavaScript, do the same replacement there. Okay, now this bold we don't need, italic we don't need, math script we don't need, mono space we don't need, showing browser. Okay, so we got just two choices. Now we need to name them. Let's say letter white squared letters. Let's just say white. Okay, white and black, showing browser. Black, showing browser. White and black, two choices. Now go back to TypeScript. Let's remove the things we don't need. So this is kind of long. Let's make it one line, make it one line, one line, one line, one line, one line. Okay, now many of these we don't need. So this is white box letters. We need to change that, change all these characters, and black box letters, and this math bold we don't need. Delete. Italic we don't need. Delete. Math script, delete. And this math mono, delete. Okay, so we got, so let's change this to the letter square letters. Okay, so press a key to format it. Now I'm using JavaScript mod, and I'm using Emacs xahlee keys, And the pink window shows all my command calls on the right and the keystroke on the left. So xahlee keys, if you don't know already, it's the most efficient key binding system in the universe, more efficient than Vim. So here's the source code. Open it, show in browser. You can download it for free. This is for Emacs, so you don't have to press Control or Meta or Alt. Okay, more efficient than Vim. So xahlee keys. So and the pink window shows the command calls. So here we got this. We need to replace them. Okay, so how do you do this efficiently? You see, you need to replace the right column to this. Okay, so let's demonstrate some Emacs efficiency. Now, if you are using Emacs, check out my commands on the pink window. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it. Managed service provider. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know about business side of things. I just know tech. Can I make my own key binds based on yours? Of course. xahlee keys, just try it. There's tutorials, there's customization pages, lots of. So anyway, so we need to turn this. So let's see. Okay, so now we got that. Now let's say my own command, xa insert az. Okay, so starting A26. So there we made it. Okay, then we need to, let's say, add that. Fantastic. And then let's just say quotation mark none. Okay, fantastic. Now do it again. Now this time square brackets, comma. Fantastic. Is that fantastic and beautiful? So we got that. And then we don't need this part anymore. Okay, so go back and go down here, delete that. So shrink, and shrink. So that's one line. Okay, and then we need to do the same thing here. Okay, we're gonna do this all over again, so you can watch it again. So first of all, we need all the black characters. Okay, let's just copy it here. The black squared characters. Copy it. Close it. Actually, we shouldn't close it. Yeah, okay, reopen. So go back here, paste the black, make them into one by each, on line each. Then let's say, yeah, so let's go here. Xa insert column AZ, start with A, 26 of them. There we go. And now rectangle insert that, okay. Then now quotation mark none. Okay. Now add a square bracket around it with a comma at the end. So those commands are called xa quote lines. Okay, if you are wondering, for efficiency. So xa quote lines, you can search on the web, you'll find the command. So we got that, the black letters. Then we don't need this thing. Okay, so shrink. Fantastic and beautiful. And now format it, auto format. Okay, now version, of course, this is copyright by me. You can use it if you link to if you must give credit and link to my website. Okay, so copyright and version number, and okay, so I think that's it. So we got double check, black box letters. When you copy paste and turned one line into multi-line, did you mark a region? No. So when there's no region, it automatically works on a block of text, block similar to paragraph. It's defined by empty lines. Okay, so for example, this would be a block. If I have something here, then this would be part of a block, text block, okay? Or you can make a selection and do that, okay? So anyway, so we got the code, so we got that code, and is there anything we need to change? I think not. So the rest is kind of, it's JavaScript DOM, okay? So, but should I go explain it? But let's make the code work first, okay? So Tab C to compile the TypeScript file. So now we got the hide the details. So here's a JavaScript. Okay, now close, show in browser. There it is. So select all, A, B, C, fantastic, D, E, F, and something. So now if I want a black version, fantastic. Okay, so that is done. Now, how does it work? I mean, so let's go to the JavaScript again, open a TypeScript file. How does it work? Well, that if you want to know, just search for xahlee JavaScript in depth, okay, on xahlee.info. Then there is a DOM section. This is all you need. You don't need a framework. You don't need any libraries framework. Okay, so DOM scripting tutorial from the ground up. Okay, beginning friendly, and using no frameworks, and you can so what we want here is, you first of all use HTML to create these input elements, and that you can find HTML input. So here's how do you create a button, click, and then input text field, Jenny something, and here's a code, here's HTML code, here's a JavaScript code, very simple. And then text area, this is a example what we are using today, text area, okay? And then you have radio buttons, okay? Radio button, this is origin of radio button. This is what it means, because when you press a button down, the other buttons pops up. If you are young, you haven't seen this, but if you are older like me, these are standard radios on cars, so that's why they are called radio buttons. So for example, you click bird, then the other buttons are deselected. You click cat or click dog, so here's a code. So that's what we used. So, we got a radio button here. So if you want to know how the code works, you can look at the code and look at my DOM tutorial. And I think that's it, okay? So is there anything I want to display square chart? So, okay, that is the selector, okay, update. I think that's it. So compile it again to make sure we got the latest version. Close it. Show in browser. Fantastic. And this, this font are too small. I want to make some change. So let's go up here. Display square char. So find it. Okay, so let's add a style. Wait, wrong key. Add a style and font family. So open a new file. Turn to CSS mod. Font family, actually font size, that's what we want, font size, okay, 1.5, okay, that, okay, so select that, put that there, show in browser, okay, that's good. Okay, anything else? So fantastic, now we got this application, say fantastic black. Okay, actually we need to make some changes. What if you have a capital letter? Because then now it doesn't change. So that's pretty easy to fix, okay? Easy to fix. So go to the JavaScript file again, open it. Then somewhere you want to lowercase Yeah, somewhere you want to lowercase the input. So function update, for each, replace regular expression. So let's see, what is this? So font map is a new map, then function update. So here is typeface value, query selector, input typeface, then input text box. Yeah, so there. Here is how you get the value. Wait, so where is the input? Document, query selector, input name typeface. So let's go back here. Okay, so here is the input typeface. You know, that's the radio button. Okay, so name typeface. Okay, what typeface to use? Then the value is that. Okay, now back to JavaScript, TypeScript. So the typeface, this is how you get the value. Okay, typeface value. Okay, then the result equals to then you result, let's see, the result, you know, if you are wondering why do I have a bunch of numbers there at the end of the variable, that's because I have a habit to make every variable unique universally. But that's that's over the top. So let's change that. Result, let's just say three digits. Okay, okay, that's kind of smaller value. Okay, highlight it. So for each, replace. So here result, you need to lowercase it. Okay, so wait, input box. Okay, so you need to lowercase. So how do you lowercase? Well, let's go to JavaScript in depth. Okay, JavaScript in depth, that's about strings. So let's go to strings, string overview, string operations. Okay, substring, length, join string, string methods. Okay, methods. Then you got a bunch of methods you want to lowercase. Okay, search string, search, convert to array, letter case. Okay, prototype to lowercase. Okay, that's how you do it. To uppercase, to lowercase. Okay, so close that. So that's gonna be to lowercase. Completion. There. So this is what? This is a method. Okay, so to lowercase, then dot. Okay, now compile it. Okay, now back to the browser. Showing browser. Let's try ABC, then ABC. Fantastic and beautiful. Okay, that's it for today. If you love it, if you like my stuff, donate. Okay, so go to Unicode, go to the top, xahlee.info, and go to the bottom, PayPal me, Patreon me, or Amazon gift card me. Okay, if you are working as a professional in programming or otherwise, pay me $100. Okay, $100 a year is not bad. If you are not having a job, if you are neat, pay me a few bucks. That would be appreciated. My first version of DOM tutorial is 2005. Yes, I've been around for quite a while. I watched the birth of HTML, then JavaScript, then CSS, beginning in 1995. Love those spines. I'm amazed. What binds? GPS. The key bindings. Okay, most efficient coder Diego. Hi. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys. And thank you, Hank. Yeah, I don't know anything about business. You need to like register a business. This is, I'm a nerd. So when it comes to financial issues, filling paperwork, business is lots of filling paperworks. Or then you also need to contact lawyers sometimes. I don't know. I could be good, like a nerd. A nerd is such that you can focus on one thing. So there, let's talk random for a bit. So I'm a nerd, right? I'm a very extreme case of a nerd. So I'm very good at computers, mathematics, So, but I thought, I have thought, as well as many other nerds, we are not good at socialization. We are not good at business. We are not good at talking to people. We are not good at being a salesman, being a smooth talker, and we are not good at negotiation, things like that. But however, we could, because we are nerds, so given a thing, a technology or whatever, we can, okay, this is a task, we need to figure it out what to do. We can focus on that. So for example, there are some nerds, like often nerds, you don't get girlfriends, but you can focus on that. So girlfriend is a problem. We start to analyze, how do you get a girlfriend, like analyze in every way. Then you create a plan, like some things you should do, something you should not do, and what should your behavior be. Then you create a to-do list. These are things you do to do in order to get a girlfriend, things like that. So similarly, for being a good lawyer, salesman, or being able to talk to a lot of people, or being able to give a lecture, those things, in fact, many nerds has written about it. So you could, pick one of the things you don't know well and do that. But usually it's just not doesn't interest me that much. Yeah, pen spinning, fantastic. Okay, bye guys.